Hello, Year 9. We're going to be looking at probability this morning. So we're going to look at calculating probability of an event occurring. So as you would do in class, as you've done for a while now, I want you to make some notes as we go along. So starting with this page, get your learning objectives, keywords down, underlined. So click pause, make your notes, and when you've finished, click play again. Quick starter questions for you. So same again, click pause, get through the questions, and once you're finished, click play again. Okay, question 1. If you multiply that out, you should have 319.2. Question 2, fraction 15 over 100 as a percentage 15%. Question 3, 20% of 700, well 10% is 70. So 20% is double that, 140. And 4 jars cost £2.40. That means 1 jar is going to cost £2.40 divided by 4, 60p. And 3 is going to cost 3 times 60p, which is £1.80. Good, well done. And now we're going to have a look at probability. So if we're going to calculate probability, we have to know what can occur, what can happen. So what I want us to do now is make a list of all the possible outcomes of the following examples. Okay. So in your books then, write question 1, throwing a die. What are the possible outcomes? Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Tossing a coin, possible outcomes, heads and tails, 2 outcomes, and then with a spinner, what are the possible outcomes? They're the 5 colors that you've got there. 5 possible outcomes. So once you know how many outcomes you have or what the outcomes could be, then you can work out the probability of getting one or more of those outcomes out of the total. Pack of cards. It's not really used so much these days. How many outcomes are there when you have a pack of cards? There are 52. Okay, you've got 13 cards in each suit, so 13 times 4 will give you 52. And there we have it. The probability of an event occurring is the number of wanted outcomes, what you want to happen, divided by the total number of outcomes. So if you're tossing a coin, then and you want heads, the probability of heads is 1 out of 2. Quick exercise for you in your books. Where would you rank the following events? So draw the number line in your books, click pause, and then rank those events for me. Number 1, getting a tail, only on the halfway line. Number 2, getting a 3. When you throw a die, well, you know there's 6 outcomes. 3 is only one of them, so it's 1 out of 6. Number 3, being born in March. How many months are there in a year? 12. So that's going to be 1 out of 12. Red cube from the bag. How many red cubes are there in the bag? 4 out of 12. Can we simplify 4 out of 12? Yes, we can. 1/3. Oops. 5 out of 12. Can't count, Mr. Ricardon. 5 out of 12. Question number 5, getting a 5 on a spinner, 3 5s out of 4 outcomes there. So 3 out of 4, 3/4, or 9 out of 12. And then getting a blue bead from the bag, you got 11 blue beads and 1 red. So 11 out of 12. Good-o. Moving on. So, calculating probability. It's quite easy to put them on a probability scale if we can calculate the exact probability, which is what we were doing then. So it's got to be between 0 and 1. Probability is always measured between 0 and 1. 0 is impossible, and 1 is going to happen with certainty. Okay, and as we looked at when we tossed looking at tossing a coin, probability of getting heads is 1 out of 2. So we can write, and this is the sort of this is how we write probabilities. So we say probability of getting a head is 1 out of 2, and probability of an outcome, as we've seen earlier, the number of ways the event can happen divided by the total number of possible outcomes. Okay. Example. Bag contains 5 red balls and 3 blue balls. 1 is taken out at random. There we go. What's the probability that it's red? So write P red, probability of red. It's given by 5 out of 8. And that's how we write it down. Question 2, probability is blue. We have 3 blue out of 8 altogether. So we write probability of blue is 3 out of 8. And probability that it's green is impossible. We don't have any green balls in there. So probability of green, or P green, is 0 out of 8, which is just 0. Another example, numbered block here, and the numbered block is selected at random and its numbers recorded. So questions we have, what's the probability that the number selected is 2? So how many 2s are there? 2 out of a total number of 6. So P2 is 2 out of 6, which you can simplify to a third. Odd. Probability that is odd. So what are the odd numbers there? 1 and 3. It's 4 of them out of 6. Can we simplify 4 out of 6? Yes, to 2/3. And C, the probability that is less than 5. Well, 1, 2, and 3 are all less than 5. So any selection is going to be less than 5. So probability of less than 5 is 6 out of 6, or 1, which we know is a certain event. So P less than 5 is equal to 1. We've had a look at that example. What I want you to do now is to make some notes in your books. So copy the examples down. Don't forget the definition at the top. Probability of an event occurring, total number of ways the event can happen divided by the total number of possible outcomes, and then write your examples. And then we move on to questions. So click pause, write the examples. Okay, now I want you to complete exercise 9.1 for me. It's on page 225 in your books, which is in the file folder. I'm going to attach this to the assignment as well. If you want to use this page, you can. There we go, page 225. Carry on to page 226. And then on to page 227 where you complete it. Okay, good. Good luck.